Hello, and welcome to Apple Service Training. You're about to begin either the Macintosh Service Course or the Apple II Service Course. The purpose of these courses is to help you acquire the basic skills necessary to set up, use, upgrade, and repair Apple products. Before you get started, I'll explain how these courses work. Then we'll take a look at the contents of your prerequisite package. Each course has two parts: the Service Course Prerequisite and the Service Course Lab. The purpose of the prerequisite is to help you acquire the basic skills and knowledge you need to set up and use either Macintosh computers or Apple II computers. You will also acquire the skills you need to set up and use these Apple peripheral products, image writer printers, and Apple SCSI hard disks. The purpose of the lab is to give you hands-on instruction in taking apart, diagnosing, and troubleshooting these Apple products. The lab is held at your regional Apple Service Training Center and supervised by a highly skilled Apple trainer. The training you'll receive in the lab assumes that you've already acquired the skills covered in the prerequisite. Before you can be admitted to the lab, you must successfully complete the prerequisite exam. The prerequisite exam is also held at your regional Apple Service Training Center. There are two parts to the exam: a written part and a hands-on part. The prerequisite exam verifies that you have acquired the basic skills covered in the Service Course Prerequisite. Once you've successfully completed the exam, you'll be admitted to the Macintosh or Apple II Service Course Lab. Let's take a look now at your prerequisite package. The course materials that come with this videotape make up the prerequisite part of the service course. Your package should contain 2 3-ring binders, an Apple IIgs or Macintosh guided tour diskette, and 2 videotapes, the one you're now watching, and a second one entitled The Shocking Truth. Here's how the service course prerequisite is organized. The prerequisite is divided into modules. Each module covers a specific set of skills. For example, setting up and using Apple computers and peripheral products, using Apple reference material, and completing the paperwork required when servicing Apple products. Each module has an introduction, a skills checklist, practice exercises, and a module test. Let's take a look at a sample module. The module introduction gives you an overview of what skills you'll learn and tells you what equipment you'll need to complete it. The skills checklist is a list of all the tasks you should be able to perform by the end of the module. These are the tasks you'll be tested on when you take the prerequisite exam. The skills checklist is the key to completing the course quickly and efficiently. Here's how to use the skills checklist. As you look over the list, put a check next to the skills you already have, and note what section of the module teaches that skill. Then, go through the module from beginning to end. Then complete all the practice exercises. When you reach a section of the module that teaches skills you already have, skim it quickly or skip it altogether. When you feel you've mastered all of the skills and knowledge contained in the module, take the module test. Check your test answers against the ones provided in the pages following the module test. If you missed any of the items, review the appropriate sections of the module. The last step is to go back to the skills checklist and make sure you can perform all of the tasks. For some modules, You may find that you already have all of the skills listed on the skills checklist. In that case, go directly to the module test. Make sure you can answer all of the test items correctly before going on to the next module. Using the skills checklist in the way I've just described will help ensure that you pass the prerequisite exam. Again, once you've passed the exam, you'll continue to the lab part of this course. Before you start working on any of the modules, be sure to read your student guide. The student guide is located in the front of the first binder. The student guide explains everything you'll need to know to complete the service course prerequisite. The student guide will tell you what materials came with the prerequisite package and what equipment and materials you need to provide. Finally, look over the question and answer section in the back of the student guide. This section will provide answers to many of your questions concerning Apple service training and the service course you're about to begin. One more thing before you get started. This course will not make you an expert overnight. Expertise will come with time and practice. What this course will give you is a solid foundation of the basic skills and knowledge you'll need to begin servicing Apple products. Now please, rewind this tape and begin the course by reading the student guide. Good luck, and again, welcome to Apple Service Training.